From Kern Government Television, welcome to this week's Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting, originating from the County Administrative Center located at 1115 Truxtun Avenue, Bakersfield, California. Kern County's vision is to create and maintain a customer-centered county government designed to garner the confidence, support, and trust of the people we serve. Today's Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting will convene momentarily.
Board to reconvene. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Supervisor Gleason.
Here.
Supervisor Scribner.
Here.
Supervisor Maggard.
Here.
Supervisor Couch.
Here.
Supervisor Perez. Here.
Thank you. Good morning and welcome to the Tuesday, September 19th, 2017 meeting of the Kern County Board of Supervisors. We're going to begin today's meeting with our flag salute, and that will be led by Marilyn Ninke, Kern County Grand Jury member, and I'd ask that you would remain standing after the pledge for a moment of prayer, silence, or meditation, whichever you prefer.
Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you, Ms. Ninke. All right. If you'd like to follow along with our agendas this morning, they are available at the back tables by the doors. And we'll begin with today's consent agenda. All items listed with a CA above the item are considered to be routine and non-controversial by county staff. Consent items will be considered first and may be approved by one motion. If a member of the audience wishes to comment or ask questions regarding an item or items on the consent agenda, they may do so prior to a vote being taken on the consent agenda. A member of the board may remove any item from the consent agenda and it will be considered in listed sequence with an opportunity for any member of the public to address the board concerning the item before action is taken. So at this time, I will read the consent agenda items. Starting on page 2, item 1, as well as 3, 4, and 7 are all on consent. On page 3, all items 8 through 15 are on consent. On page 4, all items 16 through 22 are on consent. And finally, on page 5, items 23 through 25 are all on consent. Are there any members of the audience who would like to make any comment on the consent agenda? Mr. Fox. 14. Okay, please come forward. Okay, so Mr. Fox would like to make a comment about item number 14 on the agenda. So, Mr. Fox, if you could please state your name for the record while the clerk is passing out some materials you provided.
Yeah, I'm Dennis Fox. Good morning.
Morning.
Chairman, members of the board. I went up to see the eclipse, and on the way back, I picked up what I'm giving you, and it is a possibility to help hazard reduction for the fires. There's quite a problem with we have with the dead trees here, as you know. I thought it'd be appropriate for this. Not only private property this district takes care of, but also the forest, also BLM land, and they're out fighting fires, so they can't do hazard reduction. The national parks is $12 billion behind in maintenance, so we can write them off. So this is a thing that I think there are possibilities for here, especially now that if you give them property to the local district, that can be your match. That's what I was getting at. And there's several items there for you and your staff to take a look at. And I hope that you do. There might be something there. There's going to be kind of, shall we say, cultural differences between here and there that might be different, but there might be something you can use. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fox. Appreciate that. I will provide my copy to the County Administrative Office and ask that it's copied to the Fire Chief as well. Thank you. I'm sorry, excuse me? Oh, he has one. Thank you, Mark. All right, any other public comments on the Comments on the consent agenda? Okay. Seeing none, I'll return to the board and ask if any board members would like to remove an item or would request a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Please cast your votes.
Thank you. The motion is approved. All ayes.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Okay, that brings us back to page 2 on our agenda. Item number 2 is a proclamation to proclaim October 2017 as Paint the Town Pink Month in Kern County in recognition of National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Supervisor Perez will make this presentation.
Thank you, Chairman. Motion on proclamation.
You have a motion and a second. Please cast your votes.
Motion is approved. All ayes.
All right, fit right in. Excellent. Well, good morning, Chairman Scrivener and members of the board. I am very delighted to make this presentation as we proclaim October 2017 as Paint the Town Pink Month in Kern County in recognition of National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. As you know, every October we celebrate the many courageous and brave survivors who have fought and continue to fight the battle of breast cancer, and we honor those we have lost and keep their memory alive. Breast cancer affects so many of us, all of us really. Whether it's a relative, a friend, a coworker, or a neighbor, we have all seen and felt the heartache that those with breast cancer endure. Together with their families and support systems, they truly do fight the good fight. We have a tradition here at our County Administrative Center. Throughout the month of October, our building will be lit with pink lights outside in an effort to paint the town pink. There are many events scheduled during October in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I encourage everyone to participate as we celebrate our survivors, support those currently going through treatment, and remember those we have lost. Just a week ago, we buried my grandmother, a 2-time breast cancer survivor. She was elderly and passed on, but she beat breast cancer, which is a beautiful thing. I want to commend Charlotte Brandt and Links for Life for the work they do to not only in October, but all year long, providing education, early detection, and connecting individuals with community resources available. Thank you so very much. God bless you, the work you do. Come on forward. The floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. It's that time of year again. I'm glad you're going pink again. It's always beautiful to drive down the street and see the building pink. I'm going to share some statistics about Kern County and breast cancer. It is the second most common cause of cancer deaths in Kern County, lung cancer being first. Statewide, breast cancer is the third. Over the past 5 years, 432 Kern County residents have died of breast cancer, both women and men. Yes, men do get breast cancer. Each year, about 400 will be diagnosed with breast cancer in Kern County. That's why Links for Life is here. We are celebrating our 25th anniversary in Kern County. Some of you know or may not know that 100% of our proceeds that are raised in Kern County stay here in Kern County. Last year, we funded over 300 mammograms and ultrasounds for women under 40 because the state of California funds women over 40. We funded 13 needle biopsies, diagnosing one woman under 40 with breast cancer. With that diagnosis, she was able to receive treatment. Other counties don't have that system, so who funds her? Who gets her in for treatment? 331 women came to our organization and were fitted for wigs. Any woman going through cancer treatment who lose their hair can come to our office. We do have free wigs to our community. 374 women attended our support group, not all at once, but throughout the year. And these are the backbone of our organization. They are the education in the mouse and the spirit and the drive to educate women in Kern County about breast health. We educated over 21,000 women and men about breast cancer. And we need your help to help us educate our community because it is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in Kern County. We want to eliminate that. So I do have a gift for you. I wasn't here early, sorry, Kathleen. With my business card, if you have educational opportunities, we would love for you to come out and do that. And please sign up for Lacing It Up on October 3rd. Go online, registrations are due today. So we want to thank you and everything you do for us in Kern County. So thank you.
Well done. Thank you. Good job, guys.
Let's get a picture.
Yeah.
All together. You want one with yours too?
Yes.
Okay.
And he can be in charge of my phone.
If you don't mind, come on in, squeeze in, ladies. All right, well done. Looking good in pink. Awesome. How about the phone? They were hoping for one on the phone?
She was
Oh,
counting up
there
to
we go.
help. She had her pink on, so we were all ready.
That
Be on
works.
this side of the
Excellent.
camera.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Supervisor Perez.
We'll see you on the 3rd.
The next item on our agenda will be public presentations. This portion of the meeting is reserved for persons to address the board on any matter not on this agenda but under the jurisdiction of the board. Board members may respond briefly to statements made or questions posed. They may ask a question for clarification, make a referral to staff for factual information, or request staff to report back to the board at a later meeting. So I'll ask now if there are any public presentations. Please come forward, state your name. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill Walker, your Director of Kern Behavioral Health and Recovery Services. I didn't come up for this purpose, but my sister-in-law is celebrating 14 years in remission of breast cancer. So I remember when they visited us this summer, thinking back to those days. So very pleased to see this proclamation. The reason why, Chairman and members of the board, I came forward today is I wanted to bring two staff of the department to your attention. The first is Melanie Lewis, and the second is Gabriela Gabby Munoz Hernandez. The reason why I'm bringing you to their attention today is that quite often we do proclamations for staff who have spent several years working in county service and giving excellent service. I'm bringing these two to your attention because both of them passed away this month. One of them, Melanie Lewis, was a longstanding substance abuse counselor for our department, is a woman of recovery herself, and became gravely ill and passed away under hospice care earlier this month. The other was one of our up-and-coming therapists, excellent bilingual, bicultural therapist, raised in Bakersfield, family from Mexico, and she was killed in a car accident Sunday evening when her car was hit at a high rate of speed. In the accident, her mother and sister were in the car with her, both of which who will recover. I always do like the proclamations we do for people who've spent decades of service to the county. But I wanted to bring these two to your attention today because we will never do that proclamation for them. But they were providing excellent service to our county. And I just wanted to get that into the record today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Walker, and our condolences to their families. Any other public presentations? Okay, seeing none, I'll move on then to board member announcements or reports. Any announcements or reports? Okay, seeing none, that brings us to the conclusion of our agenda this morning. We do have two items to consider under the County Administrative Office in closed session, items 26 and 27. So at this point, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn to closed session. We are adjourned.